Well, hello, everybody. It's Dr. Hank, and welcome to Agent Wealth Success. And for all of you that this typically is for real estate agents, but we're going to share some real blessings. Normally you would pay a lot of money for what you're going to get today. It actually is about how if you have a business, if you want to build your business during today's times, that we have Karen Albert. She is just the most amazing. I call her the guru of social media. And so she's going to help us through all this and help us build our business while we're all at home. And so I just wanted to talk for a second about that we are all at home. And so here's probably the best technique that I can help you with is that if you're feeling fear, any negative emotion, so if you're feeling fear, if you're have anxiety, if you're worried about the future, about right now, about getting the virus, whatever, that here's what I would recommend you do. That first of all, to be aware that our communication system with God is our feelings. When we feel bad, it means we're not thinking like God is about this subject. So if you start feeling bad and you're watching TV, and by the way, I would recommend you turn off the TV and never watch it again, especially the news. It just picks up any bad stuff it can and shares it with you. And so what you would do is you would simply start awakening to your magnificence and say, oh, I'm feeling bad. That's what I don't want. And that is also God telling me I'm not thinking about this. And then the most important question you could ask then is, how are you, God, thinking about this? And if you'll just breathe deeply, relax, you'll start getting some godly thoughts about like the blessings that have happened with this, like Karen being on the show today to give us all of this information that normally costs thousands of dollars that, we're going to get it for free. So there's all kinds of, in fact, I wouldn't be on Facebook Live right now without all of this, because I wanted to be able to impact more people and not just in real estate. So there's a blessing in everything. Look for the blessing here, my friends. And with that, Karen, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being on.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Doctor. It's such a wonderful opportunity to spend time with you again. Obviously, I always love being in your presence and your energy. Thank you for all that you do for everyone. Really grateful, and thank you for allowing me to sort of share this time and space with you and everybody out there in virtual land that we are all becoming so accustomed to right now, right?
Yeah, actually, I have a question right now. My phone is above here, and it just has me, but it doesn't have a picture of us two. So is there a way to do Facebook Live with Zoom?
Yeah, you can, absolutely. It's one of the features that you have in, I don't believe it's a part of the free. I think you have to pay for the
on the Zoom.
On the Zoom.
Yeah. I pay like $70 for Zoom. Again, it's free if you want to just do it. But there is a place like, could I do it right now? Is there a place like it says share?
No, I think it's in the more. Do you see a more at the bottom?
Let's see.
Or like 3 dots?
I don't, but that's okay. Next time I'll do it. And so hopefully for all of you, and maybe what I'll do is I'll highlight, because I'm not sure how well they can hear this right now.
Okay.
Or do you think I should move my phone to just show the picture of us?
I don't know.
You don't think so? Okay.
Approach, right?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's fine. And so, tell us on, and do you think that maybe it would be best to turn off this right now? In fact, I think I'm going to. on live, I'm going to turn you guys off right now. Know that I have this recorded. So if
Yeah.
you're looking to have the guru of social media to get her counsel and Karen's counsel for free, that just email me at drhank@drhank.biz. Or Karen, what's the best way for them to get a hold of it? Because you'll have a copy of it, or get a hold of you. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
They can do Karen at behindyourcurtain.com.
So do Karen at behindyourcurtain.com, and that's how to get a hold of her. But again, we're going to do this show live on Zoom right now, recorded. Next time, that Karen's going to help me with how to put on Zoom live FaceTime, so you can actually see and hear both of us, and not just the hankers here. And and so then just again, probably the easiest way, drhank@drhank.biz. Let me know. I'll get you in contact with Karen. I can give you a copy of this, and we should have this out this afternoon. So to my Facebook friends, love you guys. And Tirsha, I see that you're there. Love you. And then we'll I'll send this out to you shortly. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so that is done. And now share. And there we go. And now we're live and talking. And so so again, do you think is it before you do the show that you set it up?
There is a Zoom? I believe there is an option in the settings when you go into the when you go into the zoom.us, I think there's settings there, or when you're in the Zoom app.
Right. Okay, got it. Yep. Okay, that sounds great.
I know I just have mine turned on, so I don't remember the sort of the initial steps.
Right. You already have it on. So every time you do a Zoom, does it go on Zoom Live?
No, I can if I want to. If I want to do it, it's an option.
Okay, great, super. Okay, so let's start fresh, but this was already helpful on everything that we just went through.
You're right.
And because Zoom is really kind of the mode now on how to do that. And you and I were talking before the show. We've been doing this for actually years,
right?
And so we're accustomed to all of this, and we're just now enhancing it. They have enhanced features to put it on live and whatever. So it's all yours. Give it a go.
Thanks.
How can you help us to build our business during these times when we're sitting at home, but we have the social media where all the people are on?
Yeah. Well, thank you again for the opportunity. I appreciate it. One of the things that I'm kind of trying to help people gain a perspective of is that just last week, the reports came out, and right now we are seeing unprecedented surge of usage in social media.
Wow.
The Facebook has never experienced the volume of traffic and usage that they have ever, and they're actually having to adjust what they are allowing. So they are actually limiting the number of lives you can do. They're reducing the length of videos, the size of pictures. So and I've even seen it, Facebook were going a little bit like wonky on me over the past week or so. And I can just, I'm like, wow, this is really, kind of just showing us an indication of how much usage there is. And so I think it's a great time for people, regardless of what type of business you're in, or maybe you haven't even had your own business. Maybe you have been in the restaurant industry and you've been a server, or something that has not really allowed you the opportunity to think about becoming an entrepreneur, which right now, this is such an incredible time for us to think about that. And so what I've been sort of talking to my clients about is think about what is your sort of unique differentiator, right? We all have our own unique special talents and gifts that have made us successful in the past in whatever it is that we have been doing. And I really urge you to just spend some time, like Dr. Hank always says, quiet the mind, right? Take some deep breaths and just really kind of receive what is it that is sort of your purpose. And I think we all go through situations, Doctor, I've told you before in 2010 that I lost my mom to cancer in 3 months. And while that was like the worst thing, honestly, that had ever happened in my life,
Yeah.
It was a blessing and an awakening at the same time for me. And these are awakenings that are happening with us right now. And so energetically, we can really look at it like the doom and gloom, or energetically, we can look at it like, how can I find an opportunity in all of this? And
Wow.
we have unprecedented tools, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, they're free, right?
Yeah.
We have an opportunity to get into these platforms. Millions of eyeballs are on these platforms right now, and we are starving for solution-focused people because there's so much negative going on right there.
Hey,
And
Karen, if I can, I want to take notes, and I don't have my pen. Let me get a pen.
Go get your pen. Okay, we're gonna sing. Do, 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 do,
I'm back. But I'd encourage all of us to take notes on this, because this is, you know, some powerful stuff. So, so first of all, that more than ever, people are on the social media.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is a time now for us to discover our purpose.
Yeah.
And then could you just share a couple of the techniques or things that, like Facebook in particular, is changing, so we know how to be most effective? Like, can I only do a 2-minute video now? And you said like size of a picture, and I don't even know what that means. So can you help us with some of that detail?
Well, here's what I'd really like to do, because those are important, but I'll tell you what's even more important. And I'm going to give your audience right now, like you said, this is what they pay me the big bucks for. I'm going to give it all to you right now, because here's what's really important is, if you do want to actually start to look at how you can possibly start using the social media platforms to get in front of a community and possibly look at creating an opportunity for you to add value. And I'm not necessarily saying that because you want to start making money. I think that money comes when we are putting something out that is really a part of our purpose and our passion. So eliminate the money aspect of it and just really think about, what is it that makes you happy? What do you soar at? You may have been like I said, a server, but maybe in your spare time, you love doing yoga, or maybe you love doing meditation, or you love being in your garden, or you like to cook or bake or whatever. Think about all of those things that you're really, really good at. Now is an opportunity for you to think about how you can start creating videos with those, writing blog articles, turn your tribal knowledge into something that the community can really benefit from now. And so what I want to talk about is the steps to sort of get to that place, Doctor. And then what do we want to do when we go into, and let's just focus on Facebook for today, because that's really kind of, that's the $1 million platform, right?
Right.
One of the exercises that I talk to my clients about is to really take some time and get out a piece of paper and write down the top 10 things that you really love to do, that you're really passionate about. Again, eliminate the money piece of it, right?
Yeah.
And sort of look at, out of all of those kind of top 10 things that you love, think about what is it that you really then think about the ripple effect. Think about your personal community and the people that you're connected with, and where do you, because we're connected with people for a reason, right? There's a reason why we have the personal connection that we do in our social media platforms. Then you've got to think about what's in it for them. And so what do you think that that community is really going to be attracted to? And you're going to start to see that list, sort of narrow down. And I'm not saying that you should do all 10 of those. You really want to focus on 1 or 2. Really, maybe 1 is going to be the best. But if you have a couple that you feel like, I really want to kind of, share this with my community. And then I want you to think about going in and creating a social media Facebook business page. It's so easy to do. You click the create button that is right at the top of the page. It's on the left-hand side, the right-hand side. There's an easy way to get to create, and then you select business page. And then what you want to do is, before you start to kind of invite the community. I always say, let's clean the house before we invite the party guests over. So there's some things that you want to do in that business page before you start to kind of like, you know, invite the party guests over. And so what I'm going to talk about now is something that some of you may be familiar with or maybe not familiar with, but there is this formula that is running behind the scenes of Facebook, and it's called the algorithm. So the algorithm basically controls everything, controls who sees your content, how often they see it, how many people see it. And so very different from a personal Facebook page. There is an algorithm that's still operating and controlling things on your personal, but majority of the time when you post something on your personal Facebook page, the majority of your friends see it. Yeah. When you post on your business page, a lot of times you could have 1,000 likes, right? So it's different. Personal page, we have friends. Business page, we have likes, or fans, we call them. So you could have 1,000 likes or fans on your business page and post onto your business page, and really maybe 5 people see it. Mm-hmm. So what I want to help you understand is how to get that algorithm to actually start to show your content to a larger audience on Facebook than just the 5 people.
Wow.
So let's talk about the algorithm that's operating on your personal Facebook page, because it does tie into the business. So okay. Facebook's #1 priority is to make sure that it keeps the Facebook user community happy, hands down. It actually doesn't give a crap about the business pages, because if you think about it, if the personal Facebook users start to leave Facebook because they're unhappy, that's no bueno for Facebook, right? So what Facebook is doing to ensure that it's keeping the personal Facebook user community happy is it has the algorithm, and the algorithm is monitoring the behavior of every single individual Facebook user. So Dr. Hank, every time you go into Facebook and you go into your personal news feed and you like and comment and share on certain types of posts, the algorithm is basically starting to profile you so that it can get a sense of what is it that Dr. Hank likes, so that the algorithm will then start to organically show you more of that type of content so that it keeps you happy. So again, it's going back to, what are we going to focus on? The negative. If you're commenting and posting and sharing stuff that's kind of not that great, guess what you're going to get more of? So it's sort of like the universe and the algorithm.
It sounds like the law of attraction to me, huh?
Absolutely. The algorithm is your law of attraction. That's right.
Wow.
Great point, doctor. So one, be careful about what it is that you are responding to on Facebook. Wow. And so, you know, I use the analogy of Sally, the Facebook user who loves watching cute puppy videos, right? So the algorithm then goes and scans the millions of Facebook business pages that are out there looking for business pages that produce cute puppy videos, so that it can organically keep showing that to Sally to make sure it keeps Sally happy. So I'm going back to, this is an unprecedented time that we not only have these platforms that are free and available for us, we have Facebook that is spending millions of dollars on creating a strategic demographic of users for us. So if we understand, you know, again, let's say that we are a professional, or we are an attorney, or we are someone that is now looking to create an opportunity out of this situation and decides to start doing yoga, right? Then who is the demographic that you want your information to start showing up in front of? You got to get really clear on who is that demographic. So the real estate agent's demographic is not going to be the same as the lawyer's demographic, and it's not going to be the same as the woman who's doing the yoga, right? Yeah. So when you get really clear on who your targeted demographic is, then when you go into your business page, because we know that the algorithm is scanning your business page to find out if your content on your page is going to match a profile that it has already been monitoring. Does that make sense?
Wow, sure does.
We just throw a bunch of information into our business page, and we are like, yes, I am a real estate agent for everybody. Mm-hmm. Then the algorithm goes, you know what, I can't help you because I don't profile everybody. I don't have that classification, right? I have classifications based on individual behavior and interests. So you have to get very focused. If you're an attorney, you're going to get very focused on who do you want to get your message in front of, who you specialize, right? If you're a divorce attorney, that's great. But then you may even want to go a little bit more narrow on, do you want to speak to the husband side or the wife side? Do you want to speak to single moms, right? So you've got to kind of think about who is it that you really want to focus on. If you're going to do yoga, are you going to do yoga for everybody, or do you want to find a specific demographic? Right now, a great demographic would be the moms, right, that are stuck in quarantine with their little kids that are probably wanting her to grab a drink at 7 a.m. So, right?
Yeah, I have one of my daughter-in-law said she thinks she's going at the point of being crazy now.
Yeah, I can
Three
imagine.
kids at home.
I think we're all at that kind of threshold, right? I think we're kind of like, we went into fear mode and then we went into like, okay, this is kind of cool. I don't have to go anywhere. And now I think we're sort of in this like, oh my God, I can't handle this anymore. I'm going to which is all the more reason for you to think about these tools that we have as an opportunity for you to get, let's start getting creative.
Yeah.
So understanding who the target is, the demographic that we want to get in front of. This is how we can actually, I like to say, feed the algorithm so that we can, instead of the algorithm preventing our information from being seen, we can actually get the algorithm to become an extension of our marketing team. So this is what we need to do. When the algorithm goes and scans the Facebook business page, there's 5 questions the algorithm is looking to get answers to when it scans your page. It's who you are, what you do, how you do it, who you do it for, and where you do it.
So who, what?
Who you are, what you do, how you do it, who you do it for, and where you do it. So if your business is geographically centric, then you definitely want to make sure you're identifying the where, because that all of those questions right there is what the algorithm is profiling for each individual user. So you got to make that job of the algorithm really easy. So there's 4 places the algorithm goes and looks for those 5 answers on your business page. The first place it goes is it looks at the name of your business page. So we probably can't answer all 5 questions in the name, but what we can do is probably 2, maybe 3. So in other words, I answer 2 on my business page that I am social media marketing with Karen Liz Albert, right? So that's 2. That's what I do and who I am. If you are geographically centric and a real estate agent, for example, you could say, I am Sally Smith, realtor, EXP, Denver, right?
Yeah, the location.
The location, exactly. So we want to make it as easy as possible because Facebook is also a search engine. So if you think about the fact that it's a search engine, and we all know search engine optimization from the world of websites, it actually operates the same way. So the more information you pack into your website of the keywords, right, the greater chance you're going to show up in front of the right people that are searching for you. It's the same thing in Facebook. So if you give all of the right information, the keywords, you're not only going to help the algorithm know how to profile you and start to put your information in front of the right people, you're going to show up higher in search engine results if people are searching in Facebook as well.
That is incredible. And I want to say that you really have come to the next level now of understanding as Facebook has changed. So have you, and you really just are so lined up with them because this is brand new, fresh information. I haven't heard a lot of this in the context of it because you really have it down. Now, let me ask you that. So here's my, the old world thought before our world changed, but mine was, I'm trying to think right now on what business Facebook page I've ever visited, and I'm thinking I don't have any. When I go on Facebook, I mainly just go to, the home page, and it just shows stuff that's in there. But who's going to, is that where you invite people then from your Facebook page, and that way it gets on their feed? So when I do the home thing, it goes in their feed. Is that right? I just had to figure that out.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's right. It's really uncommon that people, unless they are specifically, intentionally searching for either your type of business or you,
Yeah.
it's very rare that people actually visit a page.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Especially for real estate agents, though, I'll tell you, because I've had agents hire me that said, Karen, I lost a deal to Nancy because they were searching and they checked out Nancy's social media pages. And they said Nancy's pages looked more impressive, more professional. Her brand was really clear, and she proved that she knew how to use social media as a part of her marketing strategy.
On her business page, they went and did a search then on the business page, so they went like realtor Dallas or Denver, whatever, and then because that name is there. Now tell me that. So I have one of my groups is Angel. Is a group the same as a business page?
No.
Okay, got it. So I do have two questions. So on the business page, that when I post something, are the only people that'll see it are the ones that agreed to like my business page? Is that correct?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily. Because what happens is, going back to the algorithm again, right? So when you post on your business page, and let's use the analogy of you've got 1,000 likes on your page. Most of the time what happens is you'll post on your page and the algorithm, because it goes back to the algorithm's number one priority is to make sure that it keeps the Facebook user community happy, right? So it's not going to run the risk of showing your post to all 1,000 people because it needs to do a little bit of a market test. So what it does is it shows that post to a very small percentage of that 1,000 that have liked your page. And usually that small percentage are Facebook users that have responded to a comment, a post on your page in the past.
Right.
It shows that post to that small percentage. If that small percentage of Facebook users that saw that do nothing, they don't like, they don't comment, they don't share, the algorithm goes, well, that didn't add any value and I'm not gonna run the risk of showing this to any more. And that post literally falls into the Facebook graveyard. It's
all I know is this is I'll put on a comment, one of my famous quotes, like, I don't face reality, I create reality. And I mean, those words came directly from God. That's what we are, creators. I think it's the best post in the world. And I get a couple of likes. And I'll post a picture of my dog Bella, and I'm over 100.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so that's why, because the people that are liking my stuff, that when they see Bella, even though I didn't say any words on it, it's just Bella, that they all like it, those small sample. And so what is that like? You know, if you say 1,000, that so it's 10 people, does it send it to?
Well, so it depends, right? It usually starts out, so let's say that you're brand new and you've gathered 1,000 likes on your page. It starts out really small. And so what happens is, so let's take the Bella picture, for example, right? So Facebook shows that to a small percentage of the 1,000 people. And because that is a high engagement post, they're liking and commenting and sharing, then the algorithm goes, okay, this has added value to this small percentage. Now I'm comfortable in starting to show it to a larger percentage. And if that larger percentage responds, then it gets to more and more. So I call it the ripple effect. So, you know, if you drop a little pebble in a pond, you're not going to get a big ripple effect. So what you want is you want the big, fat, heavy pebble posts. So Bella is a big, fat, heavy pebble post for you because when you drop her onto your page, right, you're getting that big ripple effect. Now, to answer your question of, is it only seen by those 1,000 that like your page? If that post is a big, fat, heavy pebble and it has gained enough attention within the 1,000 that like your page, that's when the algorithm, the biggest, widest ripple, is the algorithm will start to show it to those that don't know about you yet.
Got it.
Right.
Then one other question.
You have to kind of earn the right.
Got it. So I have Angel Connections, a group.
Okay.
And that I did because whenever my angels tell me something, I share that. Then on there, they kind of tell me what to do, if you will. And,
Yeah.
and so I'm an obedient servant, and I write it down. And so who does that go to then?
That is only going to go to the people that that are members of that group.
And that's it.
And that's it. And groups are very
even
private.
if it starts rippling,
There's no algorithm happening in the groups.
my goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's only going to give you the opportunity. So the difference between pages and groups is pages is sort of like your advertising, right? It's the attraction. You're trying to get someone's attention to pull them in. Then once they have become a part of your, let's say they're clients of yours, right? Or a part of your EXP, then you invite them to a private group where you are really just nurturing that relationship in the group. And so that it's a much more informal way of sort of, providing ongoing communication, and people sort of feel special in the group,
Yeah. So it's good, and I like that, and I'm going to do that, but I'm going to get with you later on, hey, what do I need to do with my page, whatever. I mean, I know 2 years ago or whatever, you did my page, and I ended up getting thousands of likes, and it was sparkling and everything, and I'm sure I need a facelift on it,
right?
And so I appreciate your help with that. Okay, that's amazing. Tell us more.
Okay, so going back to, I just want to close the loop on the instruction. So there's 4 places, right, that the algorithm goes to look for those 5 answers. So the first place is the name of your page. So we talked about 1. The second and third is the description that you have on your profile picture and the description that is on your header picture. And I can guarantee that 90% of the people that are watching this are going to go and double click on their profile picture, and it probably just says add a description. So this is really important because this is where the algorithm is going to scan the description to get those 5 answers.
So
and if anybody wants
on the picture, and then the description on the
header picture and profile picture.
Okay, and which is first, the profile
picture,
profile, and then it looks at on the header.
Right.
And so on both of those pictures, there's a place to put in a description, and that most people don't even have the description. And the fact is, the algorithm, the way to get you to really attract where the people are on Facebook is to use pages, because that's the attractor. That's the law of attraction, if you will. For you to have a good name, for you to have that describes what you're doing, whatever, and then a description, profile on your picture to have that description, and a description on the header. And the header is also a picture, right?
It's the big banner one across the top.
Okay, the big banner. And so do I need the description in the banner, or is there a separate place to put a description under the banner?
It's a separate place.
Okay, got it. Okay. And that's 1, 2, 3. And then 4th?
4th is there is a section on your business page that is called your story. And I love that Facebook added the story within the past couple of years because it gives you the opportunity to create almost like a bit of a mini website, if you will. And you can then put in all kinds of information. You can upload branded high resolution graphics. You can have hyperlinks to your to any of your other sites that you want to send them to. And this is it should be on the right-hand side of the business page. If you scroll down, if you don't see it there, click on the About, which will be on the left-hand side. And then you'll see the story on the right-hand side. And so if anybody is wondering what all this should look like, my business page, Behind Your Curtain, they can go there and they can double click on my profile picture. They can go to my story and really kind of see what it's like. And so you kind of want to think about what are the different sections that you have on your website, and you can create those different sections in that story as well.
That's great. That is just great. So I guess my So I have great clarity on all of that now, and I didn't at all before. And now, how do I get people? Like, how do I get people to get? Or tell me again on how do I get people on there, and how do I get that post to go out and go viral? In essence, I
Right.
want my post to go
Right.
viral, right?
Right. Yes.
So how do I do that again?
Yeah, so a lot of it is going back to my original point of you have to really be clear on who is your targeted demographic, right? And then you need to make your posts all about them. We have a tendency of wanting to make our posts all about us, but that doesn't have a tendency of gaining the attention and becoming the big fat heavy pebble posts. And so, you know, going back to, let's say a real estate agent, that maybe that agent wants to start working with single moms, right? So what type of content is going to be something that would gain the attention of a single mom? Probably not, here's my latest listing, right? Or here's what's going on in the world with interest rates. You really have to make almost 80% of your content more about what's going to gain the attention and have the big fat heavy pebble post type of impact. And for you, knowing that Bella, right, the big fat heavy pebble, what you could do, doctor, is you could actually start putting your quotes in the same picture with Bella, right?
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know.
She's the winner, you know.
She's
It's
the
that.
winner, right? She's getting
my
the attention.
and then my baby daughter, granddaughter Ava.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
and just one. So, how do I actively go out again and get people to like my page? Is there an invite? How do I do
Yes.
that?
Yeah, so if you go to your business page, right underneath the header banner picture, there's a share button. And when you click that share button, Facebook actually creates a really nice professional looking post where it shows your profile picture and your banner picture, and there'll be a like button right on there. And usually what I recommend is people to say something like, and this is going to go right into your personal timeline. So what I'm talking about now is how you invite the friends from your personal community to your business page. So when you click the share button, you'll get a pop-up and it'll say share on your timeline, and you'll see that it's created a nice post for you with your pictures. And what I generally recommend people type in there is something like, hey, Facebook friends and family, I just created a new business page, or I just optimized, or whatever. I'd love your support. Please like my page and and share. And so the call to action is what's really important. If you just share that, right, without asking, you're not going to get the type of return on that effort as you really want. So it's always about the ask. Don't be afraid to ask people.
Got it.
And that'll kind of give you just a swell of likes immediately. Because the reality of it is, the friends that you have in your personal community, they want to support you professionally. Yeah. And so they don't know about it. And the other nice thing that happens when you start to share and invite is then they see that you have a place also on your business page where people can write reviews about you. Okay. So unsolicited, they'll start writing reviews about you. And that really helps kind of feed the algorithm as well.
I see. Okay. Now, and when they like, then they will be seeing every post I do on my what's called pages, which is my Facebook business page, that they will be sent that. Are there any other ways besides attracting my current audience? How do I get more people to like my page?
Well, a lot of it really is making sure that you are posting, right? The high engagement type of posts.
Okay, got it. And high engagement, back to the dog, what they want, those type of things.
Right, exactly.
And it's about them and not you.
Right.
And then is there another way to build my audience? Yeah,
so I can only give you a little bit of this because that's a whole other training. Got it. If they can follow through the steps, when you go onto your business page and you scroll down to the right-hand side, there's going to be a box that's going to give you the number of people that have liked and followed. And there's something that's called a pages, see pages feed. And if you click on that link, that gives you the opportunity to start connecting your business page with other business pages. And the type of business pages that you want to connect with are the business pages that already have the community that you want to get in front of.
Wow,
Make sense?
that's great. That's just great. I love that. And can you do a search then? Is that how you do it? Like,
exactly.
and then
Yeah.
based on their name, and then if that name, so back to the yoga and single
Exactly.
moms, that
Right.
if it's a single moms weight group, that I want to
Exactly.
get connected with that,
Yep.
et cetera, like that. That is
Yep.
fabulous. So basically 3 steps to grow your audience and be able to do it. That we're just about out of time, a couple of more minutes. That this has just been amazing and awakening for me. I know all of us that are watching this, and we so appreciate it. First of all, what's the best way to get a hold of you so you can really help them to go to the next level while they're sitting at home?
Thank you. I have actually opened up on my website, which is behindyourcurtain.com. You can go on there, and I've opened up my consultation is actually free right now. So you'll get 30 minutes with me if you want me to take a look at what you have already and give you some guidance and some tips, or if maybe you're struggling to kind of figure out what you should be starting in your business, if you want to have a bit of a strategy session with me. So behindyourcurtain.com, right there on the homepage, the first thing you'll see is schedule a call with me. And the other thing too is I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel that kind of support everything that I've just talked about. Especially the pages feed. I didn't get an opportunity to really go into that, but there's a whole how to do pages feed. My Behind Your Curtain is the YouTube channel.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I appreciate your big heart, because I only attract people with big heart. You got a big heart, and you're, right now during these times, giving it to a way to be able to help people and to get them to the next level. And then book me in about an hour and 10 minutes after I'm done with my next call. I want to talk to you, young lady.
Okay. All right.
And, but that has just been fabulous. Is there a last thing you'd like to share with us, a last point to that you think might really be helpful for us?
So yeah, I mean, one of the things that a lot of my current clients have been reaching out to me for is how do we use this time to kind of can stay top of mind in front of our community. And really the best recommendation I can give is this is not the time to be asking people to go into their pocketbook for you. This is not the time to be asking for people to invest. We are so really concerned with where is the next source of money coming from right now. And so, a lot of my clients, I'm just saying, all you need to do is just take everything that makes you special and start sharing that with your community. Again, I go back to real estate agents because that's kind of 80% of my customers, but as real estate agents, they're really struggling with how do I stay relevant right now. And so you just think about when you're having a conversation with your client, when the market is good, what are you adding on top of that? And so you could have been somebody that really helped people with declutter or with, kind of doing the staging or whatever it is that you kind of have a unique added value. Start thinking of ways that you can, again, you could do how-to videos, you could write blog articles, really look at using the tools that you have to kind of add extra value. And just reach out to your clients. How can I be there for you right now? Not as a real estate agent, but as somebody that just cares about you. And just put that out there to them. It's going to make a huge difference because we will be back up again.
Exactly. Wow, well, I just love this. Karen Liz Albert. She is amazing. BehindYourCurtain.com. giving you just information that is with lots of heart, also valuable information that will, during these times while you're home, it's an opportunity for you to go build your business or build
Absolutely.
a new business.
Right, exactly.
And
Yep.
figure out what you love and do those, steps that Karen shared. Write down what are the things you love, and that top one, take and run with it. Do a business page and on Facebook, and there's plenty of people out there that want you. You are the special one. And of course, for my real estate agents, this is just a marvelous opportunity for us to be able to tap into our clients, the people that know us, our friends and family on Facebook, and everybody, to be able to really share with them the different things. And I have all kinds of ideas and everything that we can do that. And so that's on Tuesdays at noon. We have a mastermind group now that comes together. And so all real estate professionals, real estate agents, brokers, loan officers, whatever, resources like Karen are invited to that. Again, just drhank at drhank.biz, and I'll give you the specifics on that. And with that, Karen, I thank you so much for being on the show, for giving us all of this valuable, priceless information.
My pleasure.
You're just a sweetheart. I love you. And to all of you, God bless you. Know that all is well. Hearts and love to all of you. I love you doing hugs and high fives and kisses.
Thank you so much,
love
Doctor.
you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Take
I
care.
appreciate it.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.